Hey everyone, welcome to TRS. We are live. That would be about the point when that one thing happened that kind of skyrocketed you without your name.
Yes, I was shooting one of these shows in beautiful Ottawa, Ontario, and we were shooting. It was a show called The Endless Grind, and so it was set in a coffee shop called The Endless Grind, but then it would start there and then zoom out to other places. And so our episode was The Endless Grind of War, and it cut across the street to a fast food place where me and another guy were competing for Employee of the Month, and we were doing anything we could to make the other guy look like garbage.
Cool. Do you guys have any questions yet? We're not going to do 20 questions formats, but if you want to dig, you want to get specific.
No, I mean, honestly, it's like, just tell me right now, was he the boy in the balloon that was not in the balloon? And
that's a really good guess.
Very good guess, but no,
he would be 20 years younger, though, I think.
That's a terrible fucking guess.
I think it's the best guess ever, Josh. How about you calm down with your awesome microphone? You're beautiful.
What was your next movement in entertainment?
I just kept.
And did people recognize you from the other thing when you were doing that?
Not at first. It took a while for it to take off. Once that took off, I started to get recognized, but at like 2 a.m. by dudes at the grocery store who were super high, like stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Which is when it was like some stranger watched him go, "Bro, you're the guy," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about." But it took me a long time to figure out what was going on, and then there's this great website, Fark. Are you familiar with Fark? Fark, guy who Drew Curtis, who runs Fark, is a great friend of mine because of this. And they had a Fark Fest in Vegas, and he like flew me down to speak. And so I got to come down and speak to the crowd at Fark Fest, and it was me and the guy who created Red versus Blue, and
oh no way,
yeah, and the guy who and Alexis Ohanian, who had made Reddit, he was there too. So we've just all kind of hung out in Vegas for a week and had a great time. But it was all on Drew's dime, and I was like, "This is the greatest week of my life."
So you're saying the guy who sold Reddit for a lot of money,
$1 jillion, yeah.
Had his bill taken care of by the guy from Reddit.
Yeah, that's no. The guy from Fark bought the week stuff.
Fark. Sorry, yeah. Drew,
yeah.
I made it a goal. I wanted to read every article on Fark for an entire year, and I did it. I clicked on every article.
It's
on
impossible,
Fark for a year.
dude. It goes so fast. There's always new stuff on there.
I still go.
But that's where I gained a lot of traction. That's where it kind of took off.
Guys, any guesses so far?
Josh, comment.
Does this end in Bang Bus somehow?
No, I wish.
Oh, okay. No.
So this was a So just real quick, just to backtrack one more time. Let's see. What was the skit again? You said the skit was
we were messing around, ruining each other's opportunity to be Employee of the Month by just making each other look like we had screwed up in major ways.
Oh man, this is like one of those things I'm going to find out like after we know and we find out. It's going to be one of the most obvious things. I'm going to feel like an idiot for like 2 weeks.
I don't know. It has cycles. It shows up and then people email me again and then it goes away and then it comes back and then it goes away. So it's waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're not getting this one quite yet.
Nope.
Well, what else should Nathan? What else should we say?
Nathan was like, these guys would have nailed it by now, but
no, I don't think it's a hard one. It's a hard one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a great way to put this in that you were doing something that we didn't even have a word for at the time.
Yes, I was just about to get into that. Is that
howling
before this word was even a thing in people's minds? I was one.
Yes.
An incel? No.
Hey, thank you so much.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That time that Zaz insulted the guest by accident. I'm so sorry.
Thanks, Zaz. You're always slamming them.
No.
Although, I'm trying to think of another way. It is something that you guys look at every day. Guaranteed.
Every
And
day.
there's a
guaranteed.
reason you would know what this is.
What? Okay, at this point, we're starting to get
even give
into
you a
Australian
year.
Prime Minister territory. So
I can even give you a year. 2004.
There you go.
you got to understand what I did to my body in 2004. I don't remember
Yeah.
anything from 2004 to about 2010.
Well,
I tell you
it was
what,
when it was
I don't.
the beginning stages of the internet, right before it exploded. Then in the explosion of the internet,
Oh, college humor. Are we talking like old college humor?
Before.
but way before
Milk and
that,
cookies. You said Fark. What else was back
way
then?
before.
Style
Oh,
Project.
Here you go.
Rotten.com.
something awful.
It was probably on
Something
Rotten.
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely know
That
something
era.
awful.
That era.
E-Bombs World.
Yeah, it would have. I think
I'm just
if it
naming
was
like
video-
websites at this point.
If it was
Yeah.
video,
Albino
I think
Black
it would have
Sheep.
gone.
All
What's
of
that?
our keywords are going to be great. We'll have albino black sheep on.
I know.
Uh,
I think I dropped a rotten.com in there by accident.
Since I didn't want to make this a whole big we're just guessing game.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can do
This
one
is
big hint. And I'll give you one big hint. Nug can give you one big hint. My one big hint will be when you guys have a hot dog or hamburger, what's something you put on it?
ketchup,
or
Great.
possibly
Mustard?
something else.
condiments,
What's the next? If it's not ketchup, it's
mustard.
Yep.
Yep.
That's your hint.
that's correct.
Is that was my
Mustard
hint?
made
Okay.
From
That is
mustard
correct.
seeds.
All right, guys. I'm gonna play this,
Okay.
and it'll cut us all off because I'll upload it like this instead of have Josh play it, so we won't get to see the reactions except in our little windows.
This is
Nobody
gonna
else gets
hurt
to
my
see.
soul, and I know it, Nug. And I'm gonna
No.
apologize ahead of
You're
time.
gonna love it.
You'll
You're gonna
like
love
it. It'll be
You're
fun.
gonna love it. This video ends with some memes. So I had to, when I uploaded it, StreamYard just kept on putting the thumbnail of exactly what I didn't want the thumbnail of. So I had to actually add the memes to the end so it wouldn't show a thumbnail that would totally give it away when you guys went in. That's how much I wanted to hide this. So this is going to start off with a little bit of countdown. There is a song that I had AI generate for you, Nug, based on this part of your life.
Can't
I
wait.
can get you the song later if you want it.
Well, please,
But
yes,
here we
please.
go. Here we go, guys.
Look at the man with a bottle in his hand, spreading joy across the land. He's the mustard man. Reels and memes in our digital dreams, laughs and streams and beams. Raise your mustard screams. Mustard man, squeezing joy from a yellow can. Mustard man, breaking up our social span.
Okay. I could have guessed 100 times and I would have been wrong. And only because
Mustard Man.
absolutely. Nice.
The first meme, pretty much, like up there, top
Yeah.
5 in the
Yep.
first.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to do with it. We didn't know what to
No
call
one-
it. They
no
just
one did.
photoshopped
No
the
one
shit
knew.
out of this guy. Dude,
I've
had
been
like,
in creators in Iraq. I've been in a rap video. I've been in it's just an insane amount of things.
And that took up. Nice. I mean, clearly it took up. Clearly we know that meme. Holy
Well,
crap. I was just
my friend was working for, so we took that photo was taken with a newfangled digital camera that one of the guys in the cast had. And we did this prank where this mustard spilled on me. And then they were like, we have to reposition the camera. So for 20 minutes, that's just burning into my arm. This mustard just stains my arm. And I'm like, could we move it? And then he's like, no, damn, I'm gonna take a picture. And I just was like, and that he took the picture and he sent it to me and it was funny and I just kept it. And then I had a
Right.
friend working for Sony Music and he was new and he was running a contest for Sony Music where it was like, send in your funky photo and meet get a trip to meet Jamiroquai. And I was like, well, he's like, I need a photo.
Hell yeah.
Nobody's entering. Can you send in a photo? And I said, sure. So, but I sent that mustard one in and he was like, what the hell are you doing? And I said, well, it stinks. It's a smelly, that's what funky is, right? And he's like, oh, fine, I'll submit it. And I came second. And so I got,
you didn't get to meet Jason K.
I didn't, but but JK got to see the photo and was like, this is the best. And I got a signed picture and I got a copy of the CD. And then somebody else got to fly to Paris to go see him. But then I was like, oh, I guess that's it. But because it
picture,
went
though.
up, because that picture went up on the internet and it was new, there were people who were like, look at this photo. And they took it and started doing things with it. but both me and my friend had no idea. And it didn't till all of a sudden he messaged me and goes, "Hey, do you know about this?" And all of a sudden I clue into this like world of pictures of me that I don't see a dime from, but there I am. I'm a meme. I'm like one of the top 4 memes that started the whole thing.
Yeah.
I love it. And it was one of those things I was just going back, and I don't know why I thought, whatever happened to the mustard guy? Can I get him on the show? And then I had to look, and then I found like, know your meme had your name listed. I'm like, all right, I found you on Instagram. I'm like, I'm gonna message him. He sounds like a kind of guy who would absolutely do the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for the first couple of years, I had no idea who you were. I thought you were really an employee just having a really shitty day. Like just that look on your face, like the prank worked because your face was not happy.
Thank the casting department for saying that I looked like a guy who would work at a fast food restaurant. That's the key to that photo. That's the thing that pushed the snowball down the hill.
I just like that it has an awesome end to the story, because typically, like, what happened to the guy in that meme? It could have went down a real dark path, but no.
Oh yeah, like, he murdered 17 people. Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm just a regular dude.
Article says something before turning the gun on himself. Like, you're like, geez, that's terrible. But no, man, that's awesome. That's a really fantastic story.
What would you say was the best thing you got out of that photo circulating the internet?
The Fark thing for sure. When Drew called, they had a Fark party in Toronto, and I went to the party and met Drew, and then Drew and like all the people from the Fark people, the Farkers that came from all over the place. We met up at this pub, and they were all just like, "He's real, like I'm a real boy." And then Drew was so nice, covered my tab, pretty much covered everybody's tab, but then said to me, "Hey, we're doing this thing in Vegas. We want to have you come down to the big Fark." And I was like, "Absolutely." It was me, Alexis Ohanian, the guys from Red Blue, and then Paul and Storm, the comedy duo. And just all of us, like, I think I still have one of Paul and Storm's numbers in my phone, because it was like, we're all going to see Penn and Teller tonight. Meet us here. Here's my number. Text me when you get there. And I've just never taken it out of my phone. I don't know if it's still the same number or not.
Why would you?
I would never take it out of my phone.
Yeah. No, that's so. I don't know. It just seems like a dream come true. Like all of a sudden you turn on the internet and you're everywhere. And you're like, well, that'd be nice if I got asked. But at least they're
nice if I got some
respect.
I would love some of this for that. My face is everywhere. Pay the man.
Wait, have you been what's the where they take an image and
if I could jump all over that, I was going to ask you. I said you seem to come around a lot, like with this. I mean, I'm going to assume you're Bernie Burns and like hanging out with that whole crew, and you talk about Colin Mockery and Lisa Gilroy. Have you figured about doing like a Madame Tussauds type wax figure, recreating that event?
Can you crowdfund that?
I will pay. Thank you. That's what I was going to say. If we can do that, I think that's the end of the Triforce, right?
You know how we pay for it?
Yeah,
NFTs of that.
Oh,
picture.
This is it. All NFTs. Truly, what I'd love to do is like, if I thought this would work, I would love to do Comic-Cons and just show up, and you could get your picture taken with me. And I certainly wouldn't charge a lot of cash to do that. But like anybody else, autograph, get a picture, whatever. But why not?
Can I just one way to make that work is do the opposite. Go to Comic-Con, make it an obscenely huge deal, and charge a ridiculous amount of money. Go, oh, here's my financing. We do 39% APY. Bring it. And if you don't, you're a terrible human. Yeah. Have like an entourage, like a harem.
These guys from stand beside all these Star Wars guys, like, suck it, Katie Sackhoff. I'm getting pictures.
Yeah, like just have like a marching band, like you're in front in the marching band, and at the end is Chocolate Rain guy. Just at the end.
He followed me on Twitter. That guy followed me, the Chocolate Rain guy, and I was like, Is that because we're both memes? Like, it's very weird. Sometimes I wonder why.
I mean, you could probably get a touring troupe of 5 90s, 2000s memes and just like go out. We could do a movie.
Meme stock. Let's do it. Meme stock.
Meme stock.
The kicker would have to be like, they'd have to be good at improv though. Like that's the thing. That's so like you're a unicorn. Like I said, it's like, maybe Tay's musically inclined, but like, inclined.
Oh, I can sing. Yeah. I've done some Broadway stuff. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think you guys got something going on there. Anyway.
I keep saying my buddy Randy Havens is he's the science teacher on Stranger Things. He's Mr. Clark, so he taught the kids with the paper plate how the how the upside down works. I worked with him on cruise ships for Second City, and I said to him, all we have to do is I come to the Comic-Con where you're signing, and we do a special thing where people pay extra, and we're doing, I'm just one of the kids at the school, and you're Mr. Clark. We just do improv.
Fantastic.
And he's like,
Yes.
oh, it'll never happen. I'm like, I know, but it's still great. It'd be fun.
Listen,
That's
I can
so
tell
niche.
you,
Of course it would.
if you could get into Pittsburgh, Pittsburghers will line up for you. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell him. I'll have to go visit my friend Mike down at the arcade. I want to go down to the arcade theater and do Latchkey Kids and hang out with him and some other friends I know in Pittsburgh. A lot of wrestlers I know are in Pittsburgh, so I want to come down and hang out anyway.
That's definitely like something like Alamo Draft House back when it was like Alamo Draft House. They would absolutely do something like that too. Like before the premiere of like blah episode, you know, what's it, season 5 now they're doing?
Yeah.
Just be like, before we do that, we're gonna have like a bit of improv starring, you know what I mean? And that would be like killer. Yeah.
Has that picture ever appeared in big movies or TV shows, like somebody
Not
looking
that-
at it in the background?
Not that I know of. It's just
It's
been.
got the check in.
I would love if I ever made a TV show. If I ever got a friend of mine to put me in their show, if there was just a picture in the background of me framed, just I would love that
Just,
in
yeah,
the
on the wall,
background
like,
as
I
like
love this.
set dressing. I think that'd be very fun.
Well, guys, we have for our new project, I think.
That's fantastic.
Not that we'll ever be big.